I'm willing to look at all of this. To me, that's part of being the House of Representatives.
Gentleman's time has expired.
Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Turner, for what purpose?
Move to extend the gentleman's time.
Extension of time requires unanimous consent. Is there objection? There's objection. Extension of time is not granted.
Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Turner, for what purpose?
Given that there are currently 7 members of the Texas House of Representatives at the back mic who have questions to the bill author on an important bill that involves voting rights, all 7 members are elected officials of choice of voters, minority voters in their districts, in majority minority districts. Given that, would the body reconsider the objection to the extension of time?
Mr. Turner, that is not in order.
Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Turner, for what purpose?
Could I request a record vote on my motion to extend time?
Mr. Turner, the chair has already dispensed of that motion.
Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Turner, for what purpose?
I move to extend the gentleman's time. And I would ask for a record vote if there is any objection.
Mr. Turner, you cannot suspend the rules that requires unanimous consent with a 2/3 vote. Your request to extend time is not in order.
Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Turner, for what purpose?
The chair stated that there is objection to the second extension of time. Would the chair identify the member or members who objected to the extension of time?
The chair heard several objections to the extension of time. It takes one member of the Texas House to object.
Mr. Speaker, parliamentary inquiry.
Please state your inquiry.
Is a record vote therefore not in order to clearly establish where members stand on extending time on the important debate on this bill?
Mr. Turner, that is not in order.
So, Mr. Speaker, parliamentary inquiry.
State your inquiry.
To make sure I understand, a record vote is not on order on a motion that's been objected to?
The vote would have had been requested at the time that the extension of time was asked for, Mr. Turner.
Mr. Speaker, respectfully, I made a second motion to extend time and requested a record vote on that motion.
The second motion was not in order, Mr. Turner.
Mr. Speaker, parliamentary inquiry.
Please state your inquiry.
If the chair is unable to identify the members who objected to the extension of time, how can we be certain that there was an objection?
The chair heard several objections, but I definitely heard Mr. Vasut's objection.
And a lot of members back here said they didn't hear any objections, so is it not possible to name at least one member who objected to the extension of time?
I just named Mr. Vasut as someone who objected.
I apologize, I did not hear it. Mr. Vasut objected to the extension of time.
That is correct.
All right, thank you.